Hello, Dr. Moore. I'm going to share with you a little information about the lesson on breath. Now, we know breathing is important because if we don't, we can't live. However, sometimes we don't think about how oxygen and how we breathe and the quality of our breath, why it's so important. Now, there's processes that we learn in biology about the mitochondria and how it takes sugars that we eat and it breaks it down and it needs oxygen to create energy in our body. And we also know that when we breathe in through our mouth or our nose and it goes down into our lungs, we also have the blood system that kind of distributes the oxygen in different places so it can create that energy that I just mentioned. But at the end of the day, our breath has so many other aspects to it that I believe is important for us to master. Now, I remember one time when I was in college as a student of science, I learned how to breathe through an example of a student of mine that I was tutoring for organic chemistry, looking at a person who was taking an exam and just seeing this person sit down and just was taking these deep breaths. So they're looking at a person was like, what are they doing? So they're like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that too. So they sat there and took like 10 deep breaths before they took that exam. And all of a sudden they were like, I had this clarity of thought. And it was like, ding. Because sometimes when we take exams, we have that chatter going on in the back of our mind and you're trying to remember those formulas. Did I turn the stove off? And that first 5 minutes of that exam may just be that kind of wasted, jittery energy, and then your mind starts to kind of kick in. But just being able to slow down your breath and slow down your thoughts allows you to then maybe link up your thoughts with the memory that's in your mind and the pen to paper to pad. So then you can execute your thoughts on paper and problem solve in a way that, that has clarity of thinking. And that's what I want for you. Now, this particular lesson builds on that metaphor of the cell on the physical body. And with the oxygen piece, now we have channels that are actually on the outside of our cell helping that oxygen come in, right? And we want to be able to have that oxygen come into our system and be ready and available so we can take the nutrients and things that we eat and process it in a way to have the maximum amount of energy that we need to focus our minds and execute so we can win. Thank you.
If I were to ask you to take a nice deep breath, let's say you were going to be submerged in a pool for 5 minutes. How would you take that breath? Most people will do, and my chest, my shoulders come up. Most people would do that. Well, that's an improper breath. So when we inhale and the chest comes out and the shoulders come up, that's improper. So we like to dial in what is improper so we understand it, and then we can fully appreciate when we take a proper breath. So now I'm going to show you how to take a proper breath or a deep breath. So interlock your fingers, put your hands on your belly, right below your belly button. This area of your body is called your dantian. This is the powerhouse of your body. So putting your hands on your belly, right below the belly button, and then inhaling through the nose down to this area. So when you inhale, the belly distends, the belly comes out. Think Buddha belly. So you create a big belly on the inhale. Notice my shoulders and chest are not moving. And then on the exhale, the hands recoil. So I'll do that a couple times here without talking. One more time. That's a deep breath. Now we're going to learn how to take a complete breath. So we know a deep breath down into the lower belly. So a complete breath is 70% of the breath is in the lower belly. The next 20% is in the diaphragm. And then the last 10% is in the upper chest, the clavicles. So 70, 20, 10. Another way to think of that is a triangle with this base at the bottom here that comes up to the top. So watch me take a complete breath. Exhaling. Once again. Exhaling. Again, that was a complete breath. Good and simple meditation is learning how to synchronize the breath with movement. Synchronizing the breath with movement. So I'm going to show you an exercise to synchronize the breath with the movement of the arms, inhaling the arms up. Okay? So again, starting in through the nose, and just watch me first. So as I inhale up, I turn the palms towards each other, and at the top, the palms are facing each other and their shoulders width apart. So watch again. I'm making it look easy, but if you're just starting out with this, it takes some time. So you may inhale and then the breath stops and you move the arms. So stop when you stop inhaling and then take your arms back down. And I encourage you to slow the breath down and speed the movement up. And so you have to practice this for a while. It may take you a month or two to actually be able to inhale the arms up and exhale them down. But it's definitely worth the trial. Okay, now we're going to learn side bending, or called lateral flexion. So I suggest you get a block if you don't have one. And so I'm going to start with the block on the right side, and then arms down by my side. I'm going to have my fingertips on the block on the right here. Then I'm going to inhale. My left arm up to the top. And exhale, side bend to the right side. Really reaching through my fingertips here. My left buttock is very heavy. I'm rolling my left elbow forward and I'm breathing here. I suggest taking 3 to 5 cycles of breath. So a cycle of breath is an inhale as well as an exhale. And then when you finish, inhaling back to center, exhaling the arm down. That was a side bend to the right side. So I'm going to go to the left side. Put my block on the left side, have my fingertips on the block here, and then I'm going to inhale my right arm up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Letting my right buttock be very heavy on the seat. I'm rolling my right elbow forward as I'm reaching through my fingertips here and breathing. 3 to 5 cycles of breath here. And on an inhale, finishing up, inhale to center. Exhaling. Back down. So you may notice I didn't take 3 to 5 cycles of breath, but you should take 3 to 5 cycles of breath. Side bending. Now we're going to do an exercise called neck openers with arm hang. So exhaling my right ear towards my right shoulder and just breathing here. And to accentuate this, I just let my left arm hang. And just imagine that that left hand is heavier than what it is to accentuate what I'm feeling in the left side of my neck here. And taking about 3 to 5 cycles of breath. And then exhaling, bringing the chin towards the chest. Inhaling, bringing the left ear towards the left shoulder. And start taking breaths here. And to accentuate the stretch, I let my right arm hang. And again, just imagining that that right hand is heavier than what it is to accentuate what I'm feeling in the right side of my neck. Exhaling, bringing my chin back towards my chest. And then I'm just roll my neck out here. Inhaling, bringing my right ear towards my right shoulder. And again, if I want to accentuate what's going on in the left side of my neck, I just let the arm hang. But you can just also just leave it here. And now just kind of roll. Exhale, bring the chin towards the chest. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhaling, coming back to center. Inhaling, bringing my gaze back forward.